Hello, I'm going to run through how to set up the VJoy driver and VJoy VW application so that you can use a virtual joystick to control the camera in Second Life or OpenSim. If you're running a 64-bit version of Windows Vista, Windows 7 or Windows 8, you first have to put your computer into test mode. Start up a command prompt, cmd.exe, run as administrator. Type bcdedit.exe space -set space test signing space on, just as I'm doing here, and then hit enter. You will see a success message. Close the command prompt and restart the computer. Log in as administrator or to an account with administrator rights. You will now see test mode in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Download the VJoy VW installation package and run it. I've got a copy here on the desktop. As you step through the installation wizard, you will see a second installation wizard start. This is the driver installation. Okay, now that's done. I'm going to delete that installation package now. I don't need it on my desktop. There will now be a VJoy VW icon on the desktop, like this, to start the interface. Next thing to do is to set up preferences in your viewer. Open preferences from the viewer menu. This is faster, but it's much the same in all viewers. Go to Move and View, Movement, and then Joystick Configuration. The first thing is to notice the next to Enable Joystick, it should say VJoy Device. This shows that the VJoy driver has been successfully installed. Enable Joystick needs to be selected. Just follow exactly what's shown here, starting with X-axis mapping set to 0, and then going across 1, 2, and then on the next line 3, 4, 5. Set zoom mapping to -1. Direct zoom off, 3D cursor off, auto level. Most of the time you're probably going to want this turned on. It stops you from going into a roll. I'm going to leave it off for now because I want to show you the use of the roll control. In control modes, make sure that just fly cam is selected. Then set these 6 values here for the fly cam scale, as you can see them here: 2.0, 2.0, 2.0, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. These settings determine how quickly the camera moves in response to your key presses. The higher the value, the faster the camera moves. If you find the response is too fast or too slow, you can come back here and adjust the values. Leave the rest of the settings at their defaults. Close Preferences. Start up VJoy VW. You see that there are sliders, but you control everything from the numeric keypad on your keyboard, and you can minimize this window. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to leave it there so that you can see what happens when I press the assigned keys. There's an option here to keep on top. If you do want to keep the window in view, you can select that. There are 6 different ways we can move the camera, and they can all be used in combination. There are 3 pan movements: left, right, up, down, forward and back. There are 3 rotation movements: pitch, which points the camera up and down; yaw, which turns to the left or to the right; and roll, which rolls the camera to the left or the right. To get started, you need to turn fly cam on in the viewer. You can do this by pressing Alt plus Shift plus F. You will then see a fly cam button showing at the bottom of the viewer screen, or if you have Walk, Run, Fly Floater open, the button docks to that. For the camera to move, the viewer has to have focus. If the camera stops moving, click on the viewer to give it focus. If it still doesn't move, make sure that fly cam is still on. Pressing the escape key turns it off. Also, you have to have numlock on. If it's not on, notice it's displayed in red on the VJoy VW window. The keys to press are displayed in the labels above and below the slider controls. For example, up is 8 and down is 2, left is 4, right is 6. As I press the key, watch the slider move. As I press 6, the camera starts to move to the right. The longer I hold the key down, the faster it goes. When I take my finger off the key, the camera keeps on going. If I want to slow it down, I press the key 4. The camera will start moving to the left. The keys can be used in combination, so while moving to the left, if I press the 8 key, it starts to go up as well. Press Alt 5 to reset all movement. Press Alt plus one of the other keys to reset the movement on that axis. Well, that's the end of the setups. See my other VJoy video for some more examples of what you can do with VJoy.